Good evening. Want to welcome you to Wednesday night scrapbook page layouts. Tonight is Wednesday, October the 27th. When you come on, say hello. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. I do want to welcome you to Wednesday night, which is my scrapbook pages. It's dedicated for scrapbook pages. If you missed last week, the layout that we're currently working on is from the Eden's Garden collection that goes live to customers to purchase on November the 2nd. So I'm giving you a little bit of a sneak peek. Let me bring this up just a little bit more because I have a feeling all of the layout from last week won't show unless I make this bigger. This is the layout from last week, page 1. If you are new, when I start a layout, I'll do page 1 one week, and then the following week we'll do page 2. So this is page 1 using the Eden's Garden Suite collection, and then tonight we're going to be wrapping this up with page 2. So when you come on, say hello. We're going to get a quick drawing out of the way, and let me show you. Let me get the wheel. When you like, comment, and share my videos, that gets you onto the wheel. And when you share the videos with your friends or family or other people that you know might be interested, that gets you an extra entry on the wheel. Now, Stampin' Up! Is all that I do. And so when you do share the videos, that really does help show the video to more people so that they can join us. And these are the names from last week. So if you liked, commented, or shared my video last week, your name is on this wheel. And it's getting kind of chilly in here, so my fingers are turning colors a little bit. So hopefully it won't be so noticeable. I'll bring some more light in this way. Oh, I'm missing a light, that's why. But as a prize today, I have the crinkled seam binding ribbon in basic white. Now, you know this ribbon is very, very versatile. You can take our blends. Let me grab a blend here. You can take our blends and color this so that essentially you can make this particular ribbon any color you need to. So, as always, if you're looking for, if you're on a budget but you need something that can be used multiple ways, I would suggest getting this one if you're not sure about ribbons. Just because you can color this with our alcohol-based Stampin' Right, our Stampin' Blends basically. So we're going to give away a roll, a full spool of this one. It comes with 10 yards, and good luck. And then I'll talk about the monthly online ordering special really quick. I need to grab my kit. Who is it? It is Pat Coates. Congratulations, Pat. Pat has won before, so I do have her mailing address. So, Pat, I know you can always use more crinkled seam binding ribbon, so you've got a package coming your way. It really is that easy when it comes to winning. Hi, Roberta. Welcome. Let me just grab the kit real quick. Let me get that out of the way, and then just point out that the October monthly online ordering special and the free kit in the mail, the whole 9 yards, we still have about 4 more days left for this kit, which is a free kit. It's a free cut kit in order to make all 4 of these cards using the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper and the Heartfelt Wishes. Let me turn this way. And the Heartfelt Wishes stamp set. Hi, Dorothy. And let me show you what your kit will look like when you receive it in the mail. You'll have all 4 of your card bases, and then every card has, in this clear envelope, all the items that you need in order to assemble that card. Everything is cut for you, die cut for you. If there's any embossing, along with any embellishments that you might need. The only part that I can't do is the stamping, but if you're like me, you have lots of Christmas stamps that you can easily substitute any of these greetings or salutations with something that maybe you do have. And that's free with your purchase, your online purchase, using this host code on my website in the month of October. That's at least $25. If it's at least $50, you're going to get a package of the coordinating wonderful gems that's used in that kit. So let's go ahead and get started. If you you can't get Eden's Garden just yet. It's going to become available November 2nd. The reason why I have it is because as demonstrators, we're able to pre-order these products and get to play with them. So if you're interested in being able to add this to your kit, there's still technically like 5 more days, because you can still purchase your kit up until like the 1st of November and add this to your kit. Is that 6? Yeah, that's 6. I wanted to make sure I had 6 different designs here. But this is the paper. This is the paper that comes in the Eden's Garden collection, along with, I have over here, I have a stamp and coordinating dies. So let me just go this way so you can see the front of the stamp set. Pretty. We're going to be making page 2 of layout number 22 tonight. So we're going to wrap this up. And let's see. Oh, that was one side. I guess I should show you the other side too. It is a specialty paper because you can see that shimmer and shine in the light. Anytime we have, a gold or a silver type of foil in our paper, it's classified as a specialty paper. And then on the flip side, you have these other coordinating designs. You are looking at basic white, evening evergreen. There's soft succulent in there, as well as gold. You got that gold. So very, very gorgeous paper. As you can see from this picture, they've done several things with those and the dies. And let's start putting page 2 together. I'm going to move that out of the way because it's just going to get covered up anyway. I've got my 12 by 12 of basic white. Let me move this up a little bit more. Cardstock. Now the 12 by 12 in white, you can get packages of those. Of this one and the very vanilla. You just can't in the colors unless you buy the assortment packs. And the reason why I'm putting these 2 side by side is because, let me bring that down a little bit. I need to continue this die here. This was a die. This is actually the length of it, but I used an 8.5 by 11. You can get away with the 12 by 12 if you pull the soft succulent out of the variety pack with the 2021 to 2023 in color cardstock paper, so you can get a full 12 inches. But on this one, it's just 11 inches. So how I did that is I just lined up this die against that edge, and then I went ahead and just overlapped it just slightly in order to get the other part that didn't get die cut. So let me grab my, I'm going to use multi-purpose glue just like last week. Let me get that dry part out. And we're going to continue this. I want to make sure I'm putting it on the right side. Oh, you know what I did last week is I kind of did it backwards. So I'm going to put glue on it, but I'm not going to, I'm going to have to do this just a little bit differently. you'll see what I'm talking about. Last week I almost put this strap down, but then forgot that I have to put some other things down. I have to put these other little banners down too. So I'm gonna put these on, but I'm gonna put these on like kind of backwards, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let me get all my banners out. And I'm gonna have to do this quickly. I've done these banners using a combination of the banner Pick-a-Punch. I didn't take a picture of this before, so I'm like, it's been a combination of the banners Pick-a-Punch and the tailored tag punch as well. So these larger ones is the ones where I just use the tailored tag punch, which really means because this one's I think these are like 2 inches. I just stuck it in the punch and punched it that way to get a large banner cut like that. Whereas the smaller ones, I was able to use the banner Pick-a-Punch, and I used this one on this side right here. There you go. That shows that banner. But I want, I guess I should have laid these out first. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that's on backwards, and I want the other side to be showing, so I'm going to be putting these on this way. They're not supposed to be the same lengths. I do know that. I did not want them to be the same lengths. And then we've got that one. Okay, so we're going to put these banners on first, and then I have these other ones. This one goes, which one did I do? I gotta pick this up so I can see which one I did. We're gonna put this one down, and then we're gonna put, I should have numbered these. There we go. We're gonna put that one down, and then that one, and then I'm going to end up having to slide one on the other side from the front once I get this one down. Let's see. And it does help to use glue, that way you can move these around, but you almost want to act kind of quickly, so if any of these start to dry. There we go. So let me line these back up. Trying to be quick about this. This is actually how I should have done it last week. I did it kind of backwards last week, but it seemed like it didn't take that long last week. Let's see. All right, let's get this lined up to the other side. There we go. It's important to get that first one lined up, and then I'm going to move it over a little bit to where it's more towards the center, just like page 1. And it's okay if you start to see a little bit of glue on this side right here where I'm pointing to. I'm just trying to get this straight on there. And I got glue on my fingers now. Move that out of the way. Okay, so at least have that one. At least have that one on there. So now I'm gonna do the top part here. I actually probably should have done that first, because last week I did the stamping and the stamping off first. And this is what I was looking for. So we're gonna do that part second before I lay everything else on. And so I am using this large floral image, and I'm just going to stamp. Let me put that under there, because I know I'm going to go off to the edge there. We're going to stamp and then stamp off. I'm going to stamp, stamp off. I'm going to stamp, stamp off, stamp, stamp off. Let me get some stamping there and a stamp off there. And then let me get a stamp there. Some of these are going to get covered up, by the way. And this is why I was saying I should have stamped this first, but it's okay because those will all come down. Doesn't have to be exact. And then do that side, and then we're just going to do the corner. I think that's it. That's good. Okay, so we have our that stamping out of the way. They line up, and then I have my two little banners that I'm going to put on the side. Let me get those, which are both of these, and we're going to put some adhesive down to help cover up this little edge. Let me get those lined back up. If you were doing this layout, I could also suggest that when you're stamping on and stamping off your flowers, you can also, when you have these together, you would have to do this when you do your first page. So if you wanted your flowers to line up, you would want to put the two pages together and then stamp on it. That way the excess of this one over here stamps on over here. Otherwise you get this and they're not, you know, they don't line up, which is okay. It's okay if it doesn't. And then this one's going to cover up this little edge over here. Okay, so now we have those. And then I have, let me put these down. I think this one goes, yeah, that one kind of got covered up all the way, which is okay. I knew some of these were going to get covered up most of the way. And then I have a larger one. I don't remember the mat being that big. I really don't remember my mat being that big, but maybe it was. I don't think that's the mat that goes there. It's not. The mat that I needed slipped to the floor. I knew that was too large to be in that area. So let me get that out of the way. If you joined, I have a loose hair that's right here that I can't get. So I'm like, get off of there. I think it was attached to that piece of paper when I pulled it off the floor. If you joined after I got started, thank you for joining. I guess I could take a look at the comments real quick. We're actually almost done. Hi, Denise. Welcome, welcome. Oops. Oh, no, let me cancel that. I was trying to bring you to the... Hi, Joanne. Thank you for sharing, Pat. Pat, did you see that you won? You probably missed the very, very beginning, Pat, but you have a prize coming your way. All right, let's pop these up with some dimensionals. Let's get some dimension going on these mats. This is a pretty large mat. Gives you an opportunity to put a big picture on here. You can mat a piece of basic white on it. Or even if you have maybe a memories and more card pack that has a color that coordinates with it, you can mat one of those pieces on there and have it be like a journaling mat as well. So let's put, I'm going to put it right here. We're just keeping these super, super simple. These particular photo mats, really, really simple. Certainly, if you wanted to, with these particular mats, you could, I'm going to pop this one up too. You could definitely dress these up a little bit with maybe our rectangle stitch dies. That'll give it that little stitched edge and give it a little bit of a more of a finished image or a finished edge to it. You could do that. We also have some really pretty, my thumb is itching. We also have some really pretty dies with our Stitch So Sweetly dies. You could certainly use those as well, just to have a little fun and festive edging to it. Or you can just keep them square and rectangular. Now these two smaller ones I'm just going to put on here, and I'm going to put it directly with adhesive. And it's going to go directly on the basic white cardstock. And that one is totally getting covered up. Didn't expect to totally cover that one up, but it did. So just know when you're doing a background stamp, you're probably going to cover up some of what you stamped depending on, let me move this over just a little bit, depending on where you stamp. And then what else do we have here? I wanted to stamp some more, but I wasn't quite sure where to stamp, and I didn't want to put another one of these on. So I think I'm going to stamp right here. Originally, my plan was to stamp right here, but I don't know that that's enough space. I didn't put the sticker on, but this particular one that I was going to stamp, it says, "Dear friend, how are you?" But I don't want to stamp the "how are you." I just want it to say "dear friend." That way, if you have a picture on this page and maybe you're with a friend, because the little message on page 1 says, "My heart is tied to yours, tug if you need anything." So when I thought to use this Eden's Garden sweet collection of products, it made me think of, you know, maybe a girl's, I have no idea why my, does anybody know what it means when your thumb is itching? Other than something probably bit me and I'm scratching at it or something. I don't know what that is, but it itches. But anyway, when I was thinking about doing this design with this paper and this suite, it made me think of, you know, a couple of friends in the garden just kind of hanging out and, you know, chit-chatting for the day. So I wanted it to kind of be kind of like a friendship layout. So I wanted to say "dear friend," but I don't want that other piece. So if you've not seen this before, I'm going to show you how you can only stamp what you want on your stamps. And this goes for whether it's a cling stamp or red rubber stamp or even a photopolymer stamp as well. But what you want is you want to use the Stampin' Right markers. Now our Stampin' Right markers have two sides to them. There's a side that has like a paintbrush tip side, which, let me show you, well, when you have it down, it has a thicker line to it. And then you have another part that has kind of a writing tip to it. And that one clearly is a thinner line. So when you want to stamp just a portion of something that's on your stamps, you want to have your stamps upside down. You want to use the little brush tip side. And then I have to hold mine at an angle. I'm right-handed, so and I use it kind of horizontally where I get the side of the brush. Let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see that. I'm getting a glare when I look through it, but when I look down like this, I'm not. I'm basically just coloring the part of the stamp that I want to stamp. Just being careful not to put any ink on that other little message that's underneath it. Make sure you do the little eye, the little dot over the eye, get it nice and inked up. And then once you have all of that inked up really, really well, you're going to give it a little bit of a huff. So let me just put that off to the side. Give it just a little bit of huff. And then I'm going to hope this goes on straight. I'm going to hope this goes on straight. And then it says, "Dear friend." Oh, that's straight enough. But I stamped it directly on the cardstock. So if you're not sure if it's going to stamp only what you need, I would highly suggest that you stamp first, like on a scratch piece of paper. And if you stamped on your paper and you saw that it was starting to get some of the message underneath it, then you could clean it with a little baby wipe or a tip of a Q-tip or something to get that ink off, and then just re-ink the part that you want. So basically you want to start over. And if you're not even sure about that, I would just clean the stamp all off again and then basically start all over. But definitely use a scratch piece of paper before you test it. And that one's okay. Like, it's okay. It doesn't have to be completely linear, perfect. And I know it's hard to see on the red rubber where you're going to be stamping. And then sometimes the red rubber, the way it's cut, it's not really, what's the word? It's not really the same as the words. So when you go to stamp, if you're going by the edge of the red rubber stamp, you still could be stamping it crooked. So I used this block, but I could have used a larger block. But that one's okay. That one's pretty close to where the top of the T and that top of the D is kind of in line with the little hills there. So that's why I got it pretty straight, but it's just slightly off. But always look at where your words are compared to where you're going to stamp. I don't know. Once you play with it, if you've not played with any of these, you can play with it a few times and you'll see what I'm talking about. But other than that, that was it. I wasn't going to do any ribbons. I do have oh, I have gems. I have gems. I had to go get them because I'm using them for something else, and I'm waiting for my order to come in for a new package of gems. But these gilded gems, let's put a couple of those on just to offset what's over here on the first page. So let me grab a couple of these on this one. And where am I going to want to put these? This was kind of like an afterthought, but let me get... Let's put one right there, and let's put a smaller one, if I can get it off, right there. I need one more. I want to put one right there. Let's put another big one right there. I can get that off. There we go. All right. That'll be it. I don't want to overdo it. It's already a pretty... layout just with the paper alone, being able to show the paper. Ooh, that one's crooked. That one is crooked. Hold on. I gotta fix that one. See if it'll let me straighten that one out. Oh, there you go. It'll let me straighten that one out. And then, actually, I'm not done. I have my little washi strips, but they're not really washi. It's just scraps of... Let me do it in the center. It's just scraps of this designer series paper, and I'm just going to put it kind of like at the edge, kind of like you would do for if you had some washi tape over pictures. And let me get some on this one. I'm just putting a little bit. That way it sticks to the edge. And I'm only going to use them on those because I don't want to overdo it, and there's not enough room really to put washi tape like on these either. So I'll just put it on the really large one like I did on page 1. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. There we go. So there is page 2, layout 22, page 2, using the Eden's Garden. Really, mainly, it's mostly the designer series paper, the specialty designer series paper. And let me drag over page 1 and kind of line that one up a little bit. See if I can bring this up just a little bit so you can see all of it at the same time. There you go. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Eden's Garden next month will also be the monthly online ordering special. So just like in October, the Heartfelt Wishes stamp set and Heartwarming Hugs designer series paper was for October. I've gone ahead and designed 4 cards using this Eden's Garden specialty designer series paper, and they are cute. I just want to let you know they're cute. And so look forward to November 1st to come around. I'll tell you right now, Eden's Garden does not come out until November 2nd. Okay, so if you want a free cut kit in the mail using the Eden's Garden paper, I'm going to suggest several things, but you probably want to do an order earlier in the month rather than later in the month, because the paper and the gems are while supplies last. I'll have to go back and look at the stamp set, and the dies will be in the next annual catalog. We know that, but everything else is going to be while supplies last. And I have a feeling that this is going to be popular. And I'm taking a really big risk too, making it a monthly online ordering special, and also my monthly class, which will be the 3rd Friday in November. So I'm going to get that on the schedule here in the next 24 hours. I'll get it on the calendar so you can see exactly what day it's going to be. But otherwise, look out for Eden's Garden, November 2nd, and also the November online ordering special if you want the free kit in the mail. So you all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evenings, and I will see you back here Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all have a great night. Good night.